This is a method that's good for students as they build their confidence in their understanding of multiplication of multi-digit numbers. When we look at this multiplication, 67 times 23, it's asking us to multiply 3 by 7, 3 times 60, add that together, and then add 20 times 7, and again 20 times 60. Often when multiplying, not being able to see the numbers they're really working with can cause confusion for the students. So in the rectangle method, what we're going to do is we're going to take those numbers and we're going to break them out into their base 10 parts. So we're going to draw our rectangle, and what we're going to do is we're going to label it with a 60 and a 7 and a 20 and a 3. This way, students will actually see the multiplication process as they go through it step by step. Now we have a little bit more room to work, and we can start multiplying out each of those numbers. Let's start with 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. So I'm going to put that there. Now let's do 3 times 60 while we're in that bottom row. 3 times 60, I can think of it as 3 times 6 times 10. So 18 times 10 is 180. Let's move up. We can do 20 times 7. 20 times 7 is like 7 times 2 times 10. So 14 times 10 is 140. Now, 20 times 60. 20 times 60 can be read as 2 times 6 times 10 times 10. So I know that I have 12 times 10 is 120 times another 10 is 1,200. So now that I have these numbers in my rectangle, I can add up the rows or the columns and then sum those numbers that I get. So 1,200, 1,200, plus 140 is 1,340. 180 plus 21 is 201. And if I add those up, I'm going to get 1, 4, 5, and 1. So I get 1,541 as an answer to 23 times 67. The good thing about the rectangle method is it allows students to work with numbers they're more comfortable with. We could do it this way as well. We have 23 times 67, except we broke the 60 down into 30 and 30, which allows us to multiply a little easier. Let's see if we get the same answers. 3 times 30 would be 90. That makes that 90 again. That makes that 21. 20 times 30 is going to be 600. 20 times 30 is going to be 600 again. 20 times 7 is going to be 140. Again, all we have to do is add up those rows. This is going to be 140, and this is going to be 201. And if I add those up, I get 1, 4, 5, 1,541, which is the same answer as we got last time. Students could even try to do this way, multiply by 10 instead, which allows us to get the answers of 600, 600, 180, 70, 70, and 21 again. If we add all those up, I'm sure we'll get to 1,541. The good thing about this method is that students can take it to whatever understanding level they have at the current time. We could even break the 60 down into a bunch of 10s if we really wanted to make it even easier to multiply through. It does get more cumbersome, but it allows us to work with numbers we're comfortable with while we build understanding.